We
Do you
good?
want to do it?
Drew? We happy? We're rolling? We're doing this. We're gonna do table talk right now.
minutes, yeah.
You want us to start the episode?
You want us to
right
talk
now.
at this table?
Right now.
If you like.
You want us to start the episode of Table Talk that will go on SourceFedNerd right now.
I could go either way.
But like right now?
Right now, right now?
Right now.
Or tomorrow.
Hey guys, welcome to Table Talk. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Trish Hirschberger.
And I'm Matt Lieberman.
You guys know how it works? Trish is gonna tell you because I just interrupted her.
No, that's totally fine. You do know how it works. And we also know how it works. You can go to Twitter, #Table Talk, or Reddit, r/SourceFed. And this episode of Table Talk is brought to you by Full Sail University. So they've actually got a mobile gaming master's program available online. And on campus, you can get a game art or game development bachelor's degree. How cool is that? If you go to fullsail.edu/sfnerd, you can find out more information about how you can have a career in Vigimo games.
Go make us some video games.
Yeah, you also get a laptop with all the best software at a deep discount. It's a crazy deep discount. I like
deep
this.
discount.
It's a deep discount.
Get that deep discount. Make me some video games.
Yeah!
Make me some games.
I want Echo the Dolphin, but where it's like a 3D
want Echo the
dolphin.
Dolphin too!
Right, an HD dolphin in an amazing ocean that we can explore forever.
They made like 5 of those fucking games.
I miss
There were
those
so
games.
many.
I
Yeah.
loved Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah. See, all I ever had, I had like the old games where it wasn't even full graphics, but it was like the Tiger Electronics ones. So like I'd keep like coming up for air, but I never knew what the point of the game was because they
Okay.
didn't explain it in the packaging.
There was no
so
point.
I just would go up and then
I had
down
one of those
and
Tiger
I'd
Electronics
shoot
Mortal
the...
Kombat versions.
What?
Yeah.
Tiger
Yeah, it was
Electronics,
bad.
man.
It was
Yeah,
so bad.
They sucked.
Hey, let's talk about some crap. At JV Guzman77 asks, what are some games to look forward to being announced at E3?
Yeah, let's point out that we filmed this about a week in advance. So even though E3 is going on at the time right now when this posts, we don't know yet.
So
Yeah.
we can either tell the future or we suck.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the two options.
How good are we at predicting E3 rumors? That's what this episode
I'm
is
gonna
be.
say immediately that I am not going to be good at predicting because there's only one thing I want, and that's a new Chrono Trigger, okay? Because listen up, all the other games can suck it. Halo can suck it, Call of Duty can suck
Ooh.
it. Everything else is
How
superfluous.
about Mass Effect?
Mass Effect would be pretty cool. But not that all games can suck it, but just like Chrono Trigger is one of the greatest games of all time.
the greatest
The greatest game of all time.
It
It is my most replayed game of all time. And Chrono Cross is not
Okay.
Is okay. It's fine. All the characters are good, but it's also kind of lame
How
and confusing.
disappointing was it when you put in that frickin' disc and
Yeah.
then you realized you weren't going on a frickin' adventure with Frog,
Yeah.
Chrono, and Robo?
So disappointing. And it only has like a tangential connection to Chrono Trigger at all.
Look, 7,000 characters, 7,000 playable characters don't matter
Yeah.
if I don't give a crap about any of them.
Exactly. And there's only 2 worlds that you're hopping between, and that's not even that interesting. And the story didn't make any goddamn sense, and it was super long, but it didn't lead anywhere interesting. And I just want a frickin' Chrono Trigger in HD that is the coolest thing ever, and then I never have to leave my house again.
I think you should recreate Chrono Trigger in Sims 4.
Gross.
Is that a thing?
It will be a thing at E3.
Nasty.
AKA is a thing right now because we posted
You
this on
nasty.
there.
You nasty girl.
You can get nasty in Sims 4 if you want to. It's your world.
Wait, they now have like the full, they have penetration?
Oh, well, they've had that since the Hot Date expansion pack of the first Sims.
Wow.
The vibrating bed, the heart-shaped vibrating bed.
But
it
that
bears
wasn't.
it out.
Oh, okay. See.
And they make animal noises. They're
That's-
like,
Yeah, because you can't have a Sims
I
with
saw that. That's
penetration
in
because
Sims
kids
4.
play that.
Okay, so I'm excited for it. Fucking Sims. Fucking Sims.
Sims is amazing!
The rumor that there might be a new Zelda announced, which makes me super happy
Yeah.
because the Wii U is super failing, but it would be cool to see if it could revitalize the franchise.
Would you buy a Wii U to play the new Zelda?
I'm one of the people that would do that.
I thought you might already have a Wii U because I know you play with Hayden.
We did with the old Wii. Not the
Okay.
one.
Okay.
But it'll also give me an excuse to buy Super Smash Bros., which I'm excited for more
Right.
of that to be revealed during the
Yeah,
E3s
all
too.
the characters and stuff.
Well, Mario Kart 8 is great.
I know.
Yeah, you played it. You like it, right?
Yeah, it's really fun.
I just want Nintendo to stop making hardware. Like I was like Nintendo fanboy, Nintendo Power subscriber
I was a huge
forever.
Nintendo
but
fan
it's
girl.
just like I don't want to buy a Wii U to play 3 games. I don't. And I want them to make the software and just put it on everything. And I want my Xbox with my Mario on it.
Wouldn't
That's what
that
I
be
want.
the dream?
Yeah.
I think. See, I disagree. I think they should still make hardware. They just need to catch the frick up. You know, just make it as powerful as everything else, and then be innovative.
I don't trust them anymore.
I still do. I still trust them. I still think they can come back. I don't think Zelda will save the system, but
No.
I am excited for a new one, and I want it to be it's got to be a mixture of kind of like Twilight Princess, which I didn't like too much, but I like the darkness of Twilight Princess with just the epic scope of like Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know which
Wind
style
Waker
I would
was
want,
so
because I want the
good.
cell shading again. Like I want like an epic adventure with
Yeah.
the cell shading, but I also just
With a
want
darker tone.
Yeah.
Something more mature.
Which I just want to see. Just show me some blood, get nasty, just go super
nasty.
mature.
How about we just make, like, do you remember the Space World demo for the GameCube? Before the GameCube came out, and it was that FMV video
No.
of Link
Yes.
fighting Ganondorf, and it looked like the
That's
coolest
the
thing
Link
ever.
that everybody wants. That's
Yeah.
the Zelda that everybody
wants. Just give us that.
Hey, Nintendo,
You made it already.
You can still make hardware. How about you just also make your games available on Steam?
That'd be dope.
How about you do that, please?
How about a little less exclusivity and a little more inclusivity?
Just share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody'd like to be invited to the party.
Yeah. The internet is all about sharing now. Didn't you know? Also,
Oh, God,
you can
how
share this
disappointed.
video on your Facebook wall. Or on your
Yeah, share it everywhere. How disappointed would you guys be if they did announce a new Zelda? Like, this is it. We got this new
Not
one.
disappointed.
Not disappointed.
But it's on DS. It would
I'd be
suck,
very
right?
upset,
I'd
yeah.
still,
No,
I'd still
I mean,
buy it and I'd still play
yeah.
the crap out of it. But we need a big one.
The mobile games are good. I mean, like, 3DS is a good system. It's not good enough that I would buy it. I don't see the reason to spend $100
I
on
want to
it.
see Link in full HD, like
Yeah.
crazy killer, brand new graphics. I want to see it.
Look, they got to make up for Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess.
You didn't
I
like
don't care what
Skyward
any of you say.
Sword?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
listen,
I
Joe.
loved Skyward Sword.
The only thing I liked about it was the history they brought to the canon.
That was really
That
cool.
was the best
and
part of
it
it.
kind of connected everything.
The repetitive gameplay, repetitive enemies, repetitive places that you would go to
Yeah.
fight. Like it was a small game. The freaking Sky World was a waste because you didn't do anything.
That
there.
sucked.
Exploration in the game was nil and stupid
Right.
and dumb. The boss fights were amazing. The canon additions
Were
great.
amazing.
And the Demise, the end
Right.
guy, was one of the best fights
Yeah.
ever. Other than that, I thought the game was very forgettable.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
remember like with Wind Waker, you had this big, massive world and the feeling of exploring all of the water and finding all the islands. And I thought we were gonna get that on Skyward Sword, but you spend maybe 20 minutes in the Sky World for the whole thing. Sky World is just dumb.
Or too much because you're going around looking for all those treasure chests that are on the Sky Islands, and there's nothing in them. There's no point. Exploration was so unnecessary in that game because it never led to anything. There was no payoff. Fuck.
And I'm
yeah.
one of
love the
those people
upgrades
that like
and stuff.
games and has to find everything. So
Yeah.
anytime I go into an area like that where you find out eventually that there's nothing there, you've spent so long looking for it, insisting there must be something here, because why would someone design a game?
yeah.
Okay, other games. Let's go to other games. I'm really excited for. There might be a Resident Evil announced, which I'm super excited about. There might be a there was a Mortal Kombat trailer that just came
Yeah,
out.
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat 10.
10.
Are we
X.
that old?
X.
The
Yeah.
eyes so
Yeah.
old, the
Yes.
young eyes.
Dude, it's violent too. If they are doing anything that they're showing off in that pre-rendered trailer, it's gonna be so awesome.
It's gonna be pretty dope.
It's gonna be Game of Thrones.
Freaking get overs here, his decapitated head, and then swords it to a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Remember when original Mortal Kombat was so bloody and violent?
Yeah.
And it was like a pixelated fist-sized drop of blood that would fall.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
had to put in a
everyone
code for it because
freaked
it was
out.
scandalous.
Yeah, and then Mortal Kombat 2 on Sega Genesis didn't have any of the blood, and it was bullshit, and no one bought it.
ABBACAB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
What do you guys think the chances are,
Okay.
which is probably 0%, that
Okay.
Half-Life 3 any news comes out?
You know something?
Drew says 0%.
Zero.
0%.
Zero.
0%.
But you know what I'm looking forward to? Or like, I've heard, Drew told me, I'm gonna say I heard, but Drew told me.
I heard from Drew.
I heard from Drew Star Wars Battlefront 3 is gonna be a thing. After all the leaked videos and all the waiting and all the just dicking around for years, we're finally gonna get a new a new Star Wars Battlefront, which is the most amazing thing. If no one ever played it, you were like dropped into all these amazing Star Wars battles, and you could be all these different classes of soldiers, and you were kicking all kinds of ass with the blasters. And I want it in HD.
Okay, well, you might get it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Okay, at Daniel Poe says, what would your trivial superpower be? Mine would be the ability to fix wobbly tables in restaurants. That'd be good.
That's a good trivial.
The wobbler.
Yeah.
Oh God. So just something that like people or you think that you. I catch things. People throw crap at me all the time,
And you
without
just
looking,
always
I'm just
have the
like,
ability to catch it.
But
Okay.
not always. I drop it a lot.
But not like not like you'd be invulnerable. Like if you would catch a bullet, but it would still go through
Go
your
through
hand.
it. Like I can get my hand into the relative position that it needs to be for something in the air to hit it. That's it.
Okay.
I may catch it like 75% of the time, but that's it.
Okay.
Do we? I don't think we released it. I was sitting because I don't catch it all the time. I was sitting at the table talk table one day, and one of our producers had a football.
Oh, no.
He was like, Joe
That
catches
day.
things, and he threw it, and I wasn't looking at all, and I did not catch it, but it slammed me right in the fucking
Right in the face.
Did we put that in bloopers?
I
can't
don't
remember.
think we did. I don't think we ever used
was-
that.
I think we did. There was a lot of anger retention in that moment.
Yeah. You got hit and then came back with like
Yeah.
it came back like super
With a
angry
vengeance.
Joe face.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Oh, I've also never dropped my children.
that's good.
That's
I'll
a
throw
great
them.
That's a
I'll throw
great
them
superpower.
50
You-
feet into the
you
air, and I will
really
catch
do.
them
You, like,
every
juggle
single
your
time.
kids.
I throw them around. It's great, and I've yet to drop them.
That wall is
ever.
not made of wood. I don't
Lots
know
of
why you're not.
drywall.
Nothing here is wood.
Yeah.
I think actually, look under here. That was wood.
Yeah.
That
So
was
those are
indeed
my.
wood.
I'm the baby. I'm the toddler tosser. and the catcher guy.
Sad.
I'm the
You know what?
tosser and the catcher.
Joe, if you keep knocking this over, I'm gonna have to
Okay.
take it away from you.
Okay.
I thought of a trivial power while
do
he
you
was
want?
talking. When I get bruises, instead of a bruise, it comes out as a Bazooka Joe comic from the Bazooka Bubble Gum.
You would get hurt all the time on purpose.
Yeah, so that I could get little cheap, dumb jokes and show them to people.
You like never laugh
I'd
at
like
your
punch
jokes.
myself and I'd be like, is this funny?
No.
Is this funny to you? I
Why
don't
did
think
they
this
put
is
those in
funny.
the gum? Why did
What
they
a
put
I need a
dumb,
joke, damn it!
What
I
a
need
dumb
a joke.
power.
Was it ever a joke or was it like an ongoing series? They weren't funny.
They weren't
No, they
funny,
weren't that
but
funny.
they
But
also,
the bubble gum was
story
great.
didn't make sense. No, it wasn't. It would break your teeth and it tasted like plaster.
I liked
In
all
retrospect,
sorts of
I could have
bubble
come up with a
gum.
way better trivial power, but that just seems like the most trivial.
That's super trivial.
Okay.
What do you think,
I'd
Trish?
like the trivial ability to still be able to taste things even when I have a cold. Because the worst is when you're feeling really,
that's a
really
good power.
crappy and you can't taste food. Like, just nothing can cheer you up, really. The only thing I can ever taste when I'm sick is Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Huh.
And I feel it's like because they're like such an overpowering, like such a strong taste.
They
I
have
feel like
such
that's the
a
only reason I
weird,
can
like,
taste them.
squeezy crunch when you crunch into them. It's not
It's like
natural.
chalk, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. I like
natural.
it. I'm into it.
Flavored styrofoam.
I'm okay with it.
No. Never been a huge Lucky Charms guy.
Really?
Really?
My grandparents always had Lucky Charms at their house, and like we weren't necessarily allowed to have them in our house, so it was a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My family was no sugar. The only sugary cereal we ever got was Rice Krispie Treat cereal. I don't know why that
Oh,
was the
okay.
leniency one, because that's basically like sugar crack.
Yeah.
But I always wanted the Oreo O's, and I have to imagine that they tasted like garbage.
Now, Cocoa Krispies are the way to go, man.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get
the
you're gonna
chocolate
get
milk.
Some, Cocoa Krispies.
I liked Waffle Crisp. Did you guys ever have
Waffle
Crisp?
I thought it was disgusting.
I
It
liked it.
kind of tasted like syrup.
Yeah, it's like mapley
Okay.
milk. It's all weird.
The maple milk was weird.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, what do we got?
Nope.
Ooh. Have you ever fallen in love with a character from a movie or a show, and was it because of who played them or etc.? When I was in middle school, I hung out with this group of girls that all had these like notebooks that they called bibbles that were filled with pictures of the people from pop culture that they would marry.
Bibbles.
Bibbles.
Like
Bibles? B-I-B-B-L-E.
Yeah, young girl crushes are weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, I imagine young dudes are just like, yeah, sex stuff. But young girls are like, no, I'm gonna marry that.
Right, but then they would fight over, only one of them could marry each of these people. So like when Lord of the Rings came out, there was an immediate divvying up of all of the men.
Oh, whoa, so if you dibs the dude,
If you did,
Yeah.
and he was in your bibble, he couldn't be in somebody else's bibble.
No.
Don't dibble the bibble.
You don't double bibble the bibble. You don't double dibble on the bibble.
okay.
Or people, there would be fights. And people would not
Wow,
talk.
I wish we had bibbles when I was younger. We just tried to call dibs on people, and it was like an endless debate. But if it was in someone's bibble, couldn't change that.
Falling in love with a character. Does any,
I've talked about it before. I had a massive crush on the squirrel from
From
Sword
Are we doing
SpongeBob?
animated?
Sword in the Stone.
From Sword in the
Stone.
Sword in the
Yeah.
Stone.
I'm
The
trying to
cute
remember.
little-
That's
when he
girl
gets
squirrel.
when Merlin turns Arthur into a little squirrel, there's the big fat Bertha squirrel, and then there's the little
cute squirrel.
that has a crush on him. And I always felt bad for her because they end her story. First, she's adorable. God, it's so weird. But
You're
they,
gonna bone that squirrel.
bone that
they
squirrel.
end. She's just this innocent little squirrel, and she just has a schoolboy crush on this other squirrel. Dude, I will make out with you so hard. And she. They end it.
Oh.
Excuse me. No. they end her storyline with Arthur going, "I'm sorry, I can't be with you because I'm not a real squirrel." And then she's just left sad. And I think like the final shot is her just being a sad squirrel that's looking for squirrel love. And I was like, I will give you that squirrel love.
Wow.
Even without being a squirrel, I will give you human boy love. I'm so weird.
Never use the phrase
Hey,
human
ladies,
boy love.
If any of you are searching for human boy love, this is the man
Jump on
to
the
talk
Beretta
to.
train.
Now you guys fill the time with actual answers.
Okay.
I'll try and think of
Okay,
something.
if we're talking animated characters, because there's a difference for me between
Right.
animated and real life. We're talking animated characters. Egon Spengler from the Ghostbusters animated series.
Really?
I used to carry around his action figure and tell people he was
Inside
my
you?
husband. No.
What? Joseph!
I was like 6 years old. Calm down.
You first grade diddler. It's
yeah.
not quite
Not
out of your
with
realm.
my action figures, please.
Yeah, those are precious cargo, man.
Yes.
Once you diddle that,
Egon was
it's
a
all
gentleman.
over.
But I would tell people my real last name was Spengler, but like it was like a big elaborate
Trish
why
Spengler.
I used Hirschberger, and it was to like because he's famous and we agreed to keep it on the down low. Like there was this big elaborate thing about how I was married to Egon, but animated Egon, not movie Egon.
My girl. I was in love with my girl. Anna
that's a
Chlumsky or
good
whatever.
one.
her name is.
Chlumsky.
Yeah.
Chlumsky.
I thought she was great.
Yep, that's how I was. My real life is Brad Renfro. In fact, like all of my passwords when dial-up internet first came out were "I love Brad Renfro."
God.
Oh yeah,
Are you sure you didn't have a bibble?
I was obsessed with Brad Renfro in like the Tom and Huck days. Not the client. Like you have to graduate past that, but like Tom and Huck days. Ooh, he was
Yeah,
fine.
I was
See-
like, I won't die from bees, girl.
See,
I'll be your boy.
I wanted to feel more included with that group of girls that I hung
Did
out
you
with.
have a bibble?
I tried
did
for
not.
a hot second. I tried because I just like
Were they man crushes or women crushes?
lady crushes.
Okay.
Because it was.
Who was featured in your bibble?
It was only I put Liv Tyler because of Lord of the
appropriate.
Rings, and that was the first and only one. Because like halfway through it, I'm like, this is dumb. Like I don't know why I'm
That's
doing
what
this.
ladies live for in like
But
junior
it was just
high.
sort of like I was trying to get in with this group of girls because I was there were one of them I really liked, and I wanted her
wanted
to
to be
like
in her
me,
bibble.
and I wanted if there was going to be any actual men in the it would be me. And then that was actually my first girlfriend. We wound up dating, but I was so clueless. It was like more about having a girlfriend than actually doing anything. So like she was my girlfriend, but then like I never called her.
How old were you?
I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade
Yeah.
relationships.
Right?
Are real
Never
weird.
called her. We never did anything. We went to like a couple of movies, and then like
That's good.
You know, and then like we didn't kiss or anything. Our friends had to pressure me into kissing her outside of school, and it didn't occur to me.
Kiss
that
her,
was weird.
Matt!
Yeah,
Kiss her!
that was basically all day.
mean-ass
I was like,
friend.
fine. And then that was that. And then I didn't like, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. And then I was shocked when she
So
broke
like your
up with me.
hormones weren't jiving yet, but
No.
it, like you had a crush on it.
You're slightly
Yeah.
blowing my mind right now because your Lord of the Rings experience is so different than mine because you were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was in
yeah,
I was in
this is the
8th grade.
difference.
I was in 8th grade.
Even
My bad.
so.
I know. I
Yeah.
thought that
I
we're
was in
referencing.
college.
We're referencing My
wow.
Girl and Tom and Huck, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, Lord of the Rings."
I went back my freshman year in college to watch it during Christmas break, and you were a baby learning how to kiss girls. That's so weird. Oh my God, I'm so old.
Try playing that, Joe. Try playing that game with Will.
Yeah.
You
Will.
really want to
Yeah.
blow your mind.
Okay.
Will is so young, he's irrelevant.
Yeah. Will is basically
have a conversation
Will is
with
a
Will.
zygote.
Is
compared to
Will
us.
irreverent though, or are we
Not irreverent.
Irrelevant.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, Will's gonna be the future. We're all gonna die. someday.
Slowly.
I'm going to
Death
murder
is
him
inevitable.
and seep out his youthfulness. We went everywhere.
Yes, we sure did. Thank you, Full Sail University, for taking us on that journey. Don't forget, guys, if you want to check out some of the Vigimo game programs that are there, you can go to fullsail.edu/sfnerd.
Also, let us know. I was going to say what games you want to see at E3, but since this is in the future, let us know what your favorite
Thing that
games
you
that were
saw
announced
at
were.
E3.
I don't think that was a grammatically correct sentence.
No, that was
I
fine.
just said.
That was good.
But yeah, let us know what games you want us to play now that they're all new and out in the world.
And would you date the girl squirrel from The Sword in the Stone?
That's such. You don't even need to ask it because it's yes.
No. Look, Joe, you can't save her. Okay?
Oh, look what I
Joe,
got.
you can't save her.
This is my bibble. That's the squirrel.
Oh,
What a weird
gross.
answer. I gotta stop talking about that.
Interspecies.